阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛，阿弥陀佛。Good morning, everyone. So it is another beautiful Sunday morning. So today our procedure are quite the same, and I would like to just have an announcement for our next Sunday, especially the English version, English Sunday service. Because we will be having a medicine Buddha's Dharma service. It will be in Chinese, but if you would like to join us, you may do so. And we still have the English Sunday service next Sunday, right? But it will be pre-recorded, okay? And so it will be posted online earlier than before 11 o'clock, right? So if you will be seeing the live streaming it might be in Chinese, it will be chanting in Chinese. But if you would like to join the English one, you may just click at the below videos that's been pre-recorded. Okay, so I hope that everyone will be enjoying this service. Okay, so we don't want to stop it, right? Okay, so and I was thinking about maybe we can have some other I can invite some other venerables, and actually there are several videos with the Dharma talk by other venerables of my denomination. They have been talking for a long time, like every week already. So we can just integrate it in our Dharma service too. Okay, so let's look forward to it. Okay, so today's procedure, up to the Triple Gene, seated for chanting the Heart Sutra, seated meditation, and also the practice of the metta, then a prayer, and after that we're going to have three refuge and dedication of merits. Okay, so let us do it. Let us begin. So, hạt đảo. Nam mô Buddhaya. Nam mô Dharmaya. Nam mô Sanghaya. Nam mô Triple Gene. You are Savior. You are Homage to you. I believe in you. I respect you. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Dharmaya. Namo Sanghaya. Please be seated. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Sakyamuni Brahmanya Paramita Asutra Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva contemplating profoundly the Brahmanya realized the five skandhas are empty, and thus he was able to overcome all sufferings. Sariputta. Is not different from emptiness. Emptiness is not different from forming facts. Emptiness and emptiness is in fact form is also otherwise. Feeling, perception, volition, and consciousness, Sariputta, emptiness. The nature of all dharmas, it can neither be created nor annihilated, polluted, nor cleansed, increased, decreased. Therefore, in emptiness there is no form, feeling, perception, volition, or consciousness, no eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, or mind, no form, sound, smell, taste, touch, or concept, no objects of sight, and no consciousness, no ignorance, nor extinction, no aging, and no death, nor their cessation, no suffering causes cessation, nor death, no wisdom, nor attainment, as there is nothing to attain. Bodhisattva who relies on the Prajnaparamita as neither worry, obstruction without worry and obstruction. There is no away from confusion, daydreaming, and thus virtuous nirvana, Buddhas of the past rest and future also rely on the Prajnaparamita to attain supreme enlightenment. Thus one should know that Prajnaparamita is the great mantra, the mantra of illumination, and the supreme of all mantras. It is an unequal mantra, and able to enlighten Suffering is true and marvels, asking, proclaiming the Rashna Maramita mantra once. Gane Gane Mara Samgane Bodhi Swaha. So now we proceed to silent seated meditation. So take away your eyeglasses, your watch, loosen anything you feel tightened, and sit straight through your spine and get yourself a comfortable, balanced, stable sitting posture. You may close your eyes or half close your eyes. Let us take 3 deep breaths. So breathe in the fresh air and breathe out all of your stress. After taking 3 deep breaths, let us relax ourselves from scanning top to down. So relax your scalp, your forehead, and your eyebrows. Relax your eyes and nose. Relax your cheeks and lips. Relax your ears and down to your neck and shoulders. Relax your arms and all the way down to your toe, your fingertips. Relax your chest and abdomen. Relax your back and lower back. Relax your legs and all the way down to your toes. After relaxation, we can do the practice, and this practice called mindful breathing. Just be mindful on your breath. So each breath that you take, you should be mindful. So when breathe in, you can check on how deep the air can reach you. When breathe out, you can check on how long or how short your breath is. If your mind keeps wanders around, are not able to focus on your breath, you can try another technique called breath counting. So take breathing in and out as a cycle. So each cycle you can count from 1 to 5. And up to 5, then you can go back to the start from number 1. So let us get ourselves a moment of silence for mindfully concentrating on our breathing. So let us be mindful. Please open your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Fresh air in and breathe out all of your stress. After taking 3 deep breaths, then we can do the transitional warm down exercise by swinging your body to the sides and also bending forward and backwards. Then turn your body clockwise, then counterclockwise. And then rub your hands until it gets warm. Then cover your eyes with your hand, both hands. Then roll your eyes. And then rub your face. So for those who knows how to do it, you may proceed already. So, and you can massage more for those the parts that you feel tight, more tight than other parts while seated. So that means that it might be, your muscle might be too stressful at that part. So you can just take more time to massage that part. Oops. Okay, then, rub your ears, massage your neck, shoulders, then down to your arms, wrists, and maybe you can, you hear the sound of the snap, okay? And then press, okay, move your fingers, and then rub your hands warm, and put your palms against your lower back, and then rub it. You may do it in circular motion or up and down motion. So we know that our body is kind of like symmetric. So that means that we have left shoulder, right? Left, right, symmetrically. Left eyes, right eyes. Okay. So when we are doing these, the massage, don't forget if you feel that there are stiffness on maybe on your right shoulders, don't forget to massage as well as your left shoulders. Don't forget it. Maybe it also suffers. Okay. And so if you are doing like 3 times here, you have to do 3 times here too. Okay, so it's kind of like balanced, so you can balance out all of your body. So that's important. So including the swing of your body, 3 times to your right, another 3 times to your left, right? Bending maybe 3 times. Okay, so same. Okay, so take bending in and front and back as a cycle, so you can do several cycles. You may release your legs, then massage your legs. All right, we're going to do the metta, practice of metta. I believe it is very important practice. So let us get yourself a comfortable sitting posture. Whether you would like to sit cross legs or not, that's fine. Join your palms, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let us grow our loving kindness. So first of all, we can grow the loving kindness within ourselves so that we can dedicate this loving kindness to others. So first, ourselves. Let us begin. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free of suffering. May I be free of mental anxiety. May I live in peace. May my life be blessed with ease. So now we grow our loving kindness, and we would like to have this warm and loving, positive emotion to be felt also by our loved ones. So picture those who we care and love, that they are sitting with us, and we can wish them the same phrases, the same line, and they can also feel the same. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of suffering. May you be free of mental anxiety. May you live in peace. May your life be blessed with ease. So now we would like to dedicate this loving kindness toward most of the living beings in the world. So let us include every living beings in this world. that they all can feel the same as we are. May we be happy. May we be healthy. May we be free of suffering. May we be free of mental anxiety. May we live in peace. May our lives be blessed with ease. Okay, so you may open your eyes, have a big smile in your face. I hope this will be a very, very enjoyable moment of your life. So now we are going to read the prayer to Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva for the safety from the coronavirus outbreak. Okay. So this prayer is written by Venerable Master Xing. So let us pray. O great, compassionate Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, as we are confronted by the coronavirus breakout, many are suffering from mistreatment, adversity, and fear. We pray to you for your compassion and blessings, so that we may have the courage and wisdom to confront the outbreak with calmness and fortitude, to take the illness with confidence and acceptance. O great, compassionate Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattvas, as cities become sealed off and events are suspended, we are in dire need of your spirit of alleviating suffering. Let us care and help one another and not be struck with a panic. Let us support and encourage one another to strengthen our faith. May the momentary isolations become retreats for self-introspection. May the momentary inconvenience become mindful practices of self-improvement. O great, compassionate Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, this is the moment when unity is most crucial. Let us trust in the government to resolve the crisis. Let us thank the medical professionals for treating the disease. No matter how difficult the situation, as long as there is compassion and wisdom, when we all practice the 3 acts of goodness, do good deeds, speak good words, and think good thoughts, if we all protect the environment and have respect for all lives, we shall be able to turn peril into safety. O great, compassionate Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, at this moment, we sincerely recite your name. Blessed be Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva. We would like to take your liberation and ease as a model. From now on, we will distance ourselves from contrary and delusive ideas to contemplate the ease of the individual. We will distance ourselves from discrimination and personal conjecture to contemplate the ease of circumstances. We will distance ourselves from attachment and entanglement to contemplate the ease of affairs. We will distance ourselves from the five desires and the trouble of the world to contemplate the ease of the mind. O great and compassionate Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, we pray for your blessings. Please help the survivors be delivered from suffering and recover their good health. Please help the deceased be reborn in the Buddha land and rest well in peace. May this world be free from the turmoil of the outbreak. May each and every one of us be safe and well. O great compassionate Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, please accept our sincerest prayer. O great compassionate Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, please accept our sincerest prayer. So let us stand up and we are going to do the 3 refuges and dedication of merits. I take refuge in the Buddha, wishing that all sentient beings understand the Dharma and may the supreme I take refuge in the Dharma, wishing that all sentient beings study the sutra diligently, obtain an ocean of wisdom. I take refuge in the Sangha, wishing that all sentient beings lead the masses in harmony without obstruction. May kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity pervade all worlds. May we cherish and build affinities to benefit all beings. May chant pure land and precepts inspire equality and patience. May our humility and gratitude give rise to great vows. We give thanks to the Buddha and the founder of Fo Guangshan, the Noble Master Xing Yun, and all good causes and conditions that make this service possible. All right. Oh, please be seated. Okay. So last Sunday we have mentioned about what a bodhisattva is. Bodhisattva is the Buddha to be, and I have mentioned that I had an analogy to that. It is bodhisattva is just like an apple who emits the easy gas, okay, that can mature other other fruits that is not ripe yet, right? Okay, so it can ripen other fruits. Okay, so it means that we can ripen all the good causes and conditions, nurture all the good characters of others. Right? So and I have and also I have mentioned about how this term bodhisattva came from. Right? So it was firstly being described to Prince Siddhartha, right? The Buddha before enlightenment, right? Okay. So so as you can see in the Buddhist text, if you see in the life of the Buddha, you can see a bodhisattva. So you know that you are. It describes the Buddha, the Gautama Buddha, before he became the Buddha, which is Prince Siddhartha. Okay, so today I would like to, and also Jataka, right? We can see Bodhisattva, the term Bodhisattva in Jataka. Right? It's the past lives of the Buddha. Right. So I would like to share with you one of the Jataka today, describing how the Buddha, before in his past lives, right, practicing the act of compassion. Okay, so when the Buddha was still in samsara, it means that he's still in the cycle of rebirth. He's practicing the bodhisattva acts, and so he was born as a king. Okay, so this king, let me see what is his name. Okay, because I was always forget how to call the name of the name. Okay, Shi. Okay, so the king of Shi, okay, then Ping, Shi Ping, okay. This king he was a king, and he vowed to help others, okay, all the sentient beings. Just as we were practicing our metta practice, right? May we be happy, may we be healthy, right? Okay, so here, this King Shipi had the same vows. He vows that he would like to make all the peoples, all the living beings of his kingdom, uh, you know, living well and happy. Okay, so one day when King Supi was in a garden, or there is a variation of the story. Okay, so I would like to put him in the garden. Okay, so he was in the garden, seated, and there was a lot of servants around him, right? For a king, there are a lot of subjects and servants that around him. So there, and when the king was seated, and there came a pigeon, flew to him and settled down beside him. And this pigeon looks scared and kind of like shattered of all of his feathers and frightened. And so by seeing these, then pigeon is not afraid of human beings. It's kind of like it's kind of surprised, and so the king was kind of like protecting the pigeon and wanted to know why the reason why the pigeon was frightened. And not so long after, he found out that there was an eagle chasing after the pigeon. Right? So you know what's happening, right? Pigeon was, the eagle was prying the pigeon. So the pigeon flew for his life, or its life, right? And he finally found its shelter, which is the king. Okay, right? 食品, right? Then, so out of compassion, and he started to, the king started to bargain with the eagle, okay, and said, "Oh, can you just let go of this pigeon? You have a lot of more to pry in the earth, right? So go and go for other targets." And the eagle said, "My Majesty, Your Majesty, sorry, Your Majesty, Your Majesty. This is I have been hungry for a long time, and this is the only one that I can pry for it, and it is also life and death for me, because I've been suffering from hunger for a long time. And look at me, I was kind of skinny. I'm a kind of skinny eagle." Okay. Then, if you don't, you want to save the life of pigeon. How about my life, the life of my life of eagle, being the life of the eagle, right? Okay. So you have to, exercise compassion not only to the pigeon but also to me. Okay, so the eagle said. And so the king was kind of like, yes, you are right, right? Okay, so the eagle was kind of like telling the truth also. So he was kind of like thinking how to get it done, right? Get it, perfectly done, that it can make the eagle fed and also save the pigeon. And so he came up with the idea. How about I will cut off my flesh, the flesh of myself, and I can feed you. Okay. Then the eagle said, "That is a good idea, Your Majesty, because being a kind king, you can just ask someone or ask a chicken to feed the eagle, right? You're still not saving lives." Okay. And so when the king suggested that he would like to offer his own flesh to the eagle, and the eagle said, "Yes, okay, that is a good deal, but you have to, you can't just cut off a tiny piece of your flesh and feed me. The way of the flesh that you cut off from your body should be the same way as the pigeon." Okay, so the king said, "That's fair enough, right?" Okay, so he asked someone to get a scale. So one side is the pigeon, and then he started to ask the servants, "Hey, give me a knife, I will cut off my flesh." Okay. So he cut off the flesh from his thigh, right? Okay, thigh. This is the most, muscled part, right? One slide of the thigh flesh. And so he put it on the other end of the scale. And the scale was, always leaning on the pigeon's side. So it is not enough. So the king cut off one more stripe of his flesh and put it on the scale, and the scale still unmoved. So he was kind of, so the king was kind of like cutting off almost all of his muscles, his flesh on the scale, and the scale was still not moved. Okay, so the eagle was kind of like, hey, more, it is not enough, right? Okay, so lastly, the king has and kind of like he has decided that he himself will sit on the scale. Right? So he said he decided to kind of like offer himself, okay, for the life of the pigeon. So he started to stand up, like very shakingly because he was badly wounded, right? He cut off his body, right? Shakily, and so he just walking gradually toward the scale, and finally he sat down the scale, and then the scale slowly moving toward the king, and it became balanced. And the king said, finally, I have saved the life of the pigeon. Right? So end of the story. Of course, there is afterwards, right? Okay, but it is about the testimony of or testing of some of the God or something. Okay, so that is so mythical. So just let go of that part. Okay, so finally the king, you know, sacrificed himself for the life of the pigeon. Right? End of the story. So this is a very famous Jataka being learned by the Chinese Buddhism. And we usually, the Chinese Buddhist artists always paint the illustration of the king, that king, cutting off his flesh to feed the eagle and saving the life of the pigeon. And so this is a very, very well-known story for the Buddhist, in Buddhist community, especially for the Chinese Buddhist community. Okay, and so they have painted illustrations, okay, in Dunhuang Cave. Okay, so there are a lot of stories, Jataka stories about this life, that life of the Buddha being a king, cutting off his own body to feed the eagle. So there is several. Of course, this story is full of cruelty, right? You can imagine that you are cutting your body to feed someone, okay, right? Okay, and you are saving both lives, right? Okay, of the pigeon and also the eagle. Okay, but this is but we just omit. Aside from the cruelty of these, right, we can take focus on something, okay, by, for example, the equality of life. Right? The story actually tells us the equality of life. Right? So the life of a pigeon and the life of a king or a human beings are all the same, because you are weighing it, right? Okay. So it is not just one flesh or cutting of one stripe of the flesh that can weigh out or weigh equally to the life of the pigeon, but instead the life of a human beings or even a life of a king is equally precious as a life of a pigeon. Okay, so this is the things that we can learn that this is an equality. Right? And the second thing that we can think of and we can reflect onto ourselves is that how far we can go when we exercise the good characters or even compassion. Even we want to save someone's life or we want to help others, how far we can go. Right. So we can see the example of the story. This king, right? He kind of like bearing all the sufferings, bearing all the pain by cutting his flesh, his own body, and wanted to try to save both lives of the eagle and the pigeons. And by bearing this suffering, bearing this huge, humongous pain, and he realized that he would dedicate his whole life, not just a part of himself, not just a part of himself, but the whole body of himself, even his own heart, right, to save the lives. Okay, so how far we can go? So we can know that the king fulfilled his vows, fulfilled his wish by sacrificing himself, right? Okay, his whole body, his whole life, okay, and his own life. And also we can reflect back how far we can do. Okay? For example, when we are helping others, there is another sutra. Okay, it is very, very interesting. It's kind of like talking about helping others. So, and saving others from the water, right? If you see someone who's drowning to death, right? Drowning and struggling in the water, right? Then there is several degrees of helping them. Right? One is that you can hook it up and make them to feel to breathe freely, and then you let go with them in the water again. Okay, or you can dump it with a lifesaver to them, and they can just cling on it and to kind of like floating in the water, but they are already half dead. Okay, they have no more energy to save besides from hanging themselves on the lifesaver. Or you can really help them to remove them from the water and to save them to the dry land, right? How far you can do it and how you want to do it. Okay, so we would like to honor those who are still fighting, especially for those who are having the medical professionals, right? They are still tirelessly, without any break, without any vacations, that they still trying to help those who suffer from in the coronavirus, right? In the pandemic, right? So they want to try to save and tirelessly. Okay, so we know that there are still people are trying to help selflessly, thinking about like those who are running the food bank, those who are running the charitable organizations. They are still doing their own best for feeding people to make families sufficient, okay? Being sufficient in food, clothing, and all the daily commodities. Right? So I would like to honor them, those who are still helping, right? And we hope that we can help also. So actually we are in the BLIA St. Louis right now. The BLIA is an organization of the devotee of Guangshan. We call it, so we have an organization of that. It's the organization for the devotees of Guangshan. Right, so there are some of them are, giving away of the masks, or some of BLIA chapters are giving the food to the food bank. Okay, so I know that New York has been doing that, Los Angeles, Dallas, Chicago, and also right now St. Louis would like to. We have also donated some of the ventilators in China. Okay, and also we have donated some of the medical face masks already, and also we also have a donation to the food bank, and we are kind of like we would like to ask everyone, if you are not going to donate us, that's completely fine, but try to help as best as you can, right? Because we can learn from this story, and we can ask us, we can help. If we can help, if we are able to help, why not extending your helping hand right now, right? Okay, right now. Okay, so please, okay, if you are not going to donate to VLIA, or you don't know how, then that's okay. You can donate directly to the food bank, and we are going to donate the food bank of St. Louis Food Bank, and I will ask everyone to help, okay, and also to exercise our our compassion, so that we can really help others. You're helping maybe just a little amount of help, okay, but it means a lot to those who need help. Okay, so thank you very much for coming, and there are some live chats I can see, okay, on the YouTube. I hope that you are not asking questions because I'm nearsighted. I can't see that far. Okay, so let us stand up. And after I take bows, I will read the live chat. And if there are some questions, I will answer that after the half bows. Okay, so let us stand up. And let us take half bow. Okay, so now we're going to check on the live chat. Right. Food drive for St. Louis. Yes. Okay. Through Venmo. Okay. Oh. Okay. The presidents may have, we can use Venmo and BIA-St. Louis, or mail the check, okay, to the temple. Okay. But please write a memo, say that you are going to donate for the food bank. So we won't, and please, write a note. Right? And the title payable is BLIA. Okay, so make sure that you write the BLIA, so it is different account, bank account. Okay, so thank you very much. And the funds that we gather will be 100% going directly to the food bank. All right, so it is, we won't just put it in our pocket. Okay, so thank you very much, and I wish you have the rest of the day, good rest of rest of the day, and also the following week. Okay, so I'll see you. Bye bye.